Today we're going to be making tuna pasta bake. So this says it serves 6, but it's going to serve 4 of us. So what you will need is 300 grams of dried pasta in whatever shape you prefer. We've got this curly pasta. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I don't understand. Low calorie cooking spray. 5 spring onions, trimmed and sliced, but we're not going to use that. 2 courgettes cut into 1 centimetre, but we only have 1 courgette. Half a teaspoon of smoked sweet paprika. Half a teaspoon of garlic granules. 400 millilitres of vegetable or chicken stock. 100 grams of frozen peas, 100 grams of spinach, juice of half a lemon. Do we have a lemon? Okay. 150 grams of low-fat cream cheese, 2 tins of tuna, and that's 160 grams. I'm pretty sure these are 160 grams. They're only 100. It said 145 and 102. Oh, we only have 102, but that's fine. And 40 grams of reduced fat cheddar cheese grated. So, yeah. The first step is to set the oven to 190 degrees. So, let's do that now. Set the oven to 190 degrees. Mum's opening the can of tuna. You can do that now if you want. You need to drain out the juice in the thing. So the next step is place a large pan of water onto the hob to boil for the pasta. Okay, so we're going to get that ready. We've done that, it's boiling. And then it says, cook the pasta in the boiling water according to the packet instructions. So let's read the packet instructions. We're going to put 300 grams of this pasta in. That's falling out. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do that and be back. So I've weighed out the pasta. We have all of our pasta here. And now we're going to put it in there to boil. So let's move the camera. Let's pour all of the pasta in there. Without it splashing. There we go. So we poured that in. That's in there to boil. Mum just gave it a little quick stir because we weren't sure whether we were meant to stir it or not. So the next step said, while the pasta is cooking, spray a large frying pan with low calorie cooking spray and place it over a medium heat. So let's spray it. I'll be back to you when I'm done. We put all of that in. No. And we're not going to put it on the heat at the moment. I don't know why, just Mum said we're not going to yet. So next, add the courgettes and spring onions and satute. I don't know what that says. It says something. It says satute. Saute. So let's cut up the courgette. We only have 1 courgette, but it's a bigger one, so that's okay. We're not going to add the spring onions, but if you are, then you can do it now. So let's cut them up. Oh yeah, you can't really see it because of the colour of the work thing. But I'm going to do some of these. Oops, I think they're a bit big. Oops, that's a bit big. So yeah, I'm going to carry on cutting these up and then I'll be back after. So now I'm going to cut them into little cubes like this. So I'll have a go at one and then I'll do the rest. So let's have a go at one. So my mum said to pile 2 on top of each other and then cut them into little cubes or little strips. Oops. And then I will watch my fingers. And then put them together and cut them down. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, they're tiny little cubes. Okay, so you can tell they look different because my mom did this one and I did this one.
Which one's 1 centimetre? None.
No, 1 centimetre. So let's carry on cutting these up. I'm going to get my mum to help me. And then we'll be back when we're done. Just a quick note, if you're doing the spring onions, then you can do them now as well. And I just wanted to say, look how small this one is. Okay, so yeah. So we finished cutting up the courgettes. We put on the heat for the pan, and we've turned down the heat for the pasta because it was getting like overflowing. So it said you're meant to have 2 courgettes, and I think it was 2 spring onions. 5 spring onions. You would have had a lot of vegetables. So yeah, the next step is to add the spring onions and courgettes. So I'm guessing that's to the pan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's put them in the pan. Do you just like pick them up?
Yep.
By them I mean just the courgettes because we haven't got spring onions. Because I don't really like onions. Okay, it's going to take a while. We've just put that in and we just boiled some water because Mum said we got to use it in a minute. I don't know why. So now it says you've got to saute.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've got it. Saute for 5 minutes. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be back to you after, like, in 5 minutes time. So that's all going brown now. And the pasta's nearly done. So the next thing is to stir in the paprika and garlic granules. So you need half a teaspoon. So this is 1 teaspoon, a quarter and half of paprika. So let's get the paprika out. I feel like I'm going to put too much in. Is that about half?
Yeah, that's fine.
Put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and garlic. We don't want too much garlic. Oops. Kind of poured half of it on the rice. Okay, so we put them in, and now we need to add the stock. So for the stock, we need 2. So we're using 2 of these vegetable stock. So just a quick note before we carry on with our cooking. If you use everything that like added in, so like the peas and the spinach and the courgettes and the onions, that will actually be 4 of your 5 a day. So that's really, really healthy. Whoopsie. We have 2 of our vegetable stocks. Now we need to weigh 400 millilitres of boiling water into a jug or whatever, or whatever you want to call it. Let me get this even a minute. So I've evened that, and now we need to open up our vegetable stocks and crumble them. And crumble them into the. Well, it's really going to be hard. Them. So it says 400 now. Oh, because it's all disappearing. So it's crumble. Okay, so much for crumbling. It's like sticky.
Just put them in then. Just throw them in.
Just like break it up. Okay, now the next one. So you're not really going to crumble them because you kind of can't because they're sticky. It's disgusting because it's green. Oof. Oh. Oh! Didn't mean to drop that in. Okay. So, now we need to stir them. Okay, so I'm going to stir them. So now that's all stirred, we're going to pour it into here. Whoa! I feel like really professional. Oh, there's still a bit of stock in there, but that's fine. Now we need to let's quickly give this a stir. Whoa, this looks really cool. Yeah, okay. So, we just got to turn that down a little bit and then we'll show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's not as weird and bubbly anymore now we've turned it down. So the pasta's still good. So now we need to weigh out the peas and spinach. So yeah, let's do that. So we need 100 grams of peas, and then we're going to okay, so we've got 100 grams of peas. So we can add them straight into here. Okay, and now we need 100 grams of spinach, but our spinach is going to weigh more because it's frozen. We tried to like defreeze it, but it didn't really work. Oh, it's 96.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
So that's fine. So now we need to add this in. So this will defrost when we put it in, because obviously it's really hot. Okay. So now do we need to stir it? And now, where's the one inside? Now we need to stir it and guessing until the spinach is melted and everything's mixed in. So I'll mix it and then I'll be back. Got to add the lemon juice in. We haven't really got a lemon, so we're going to use this. But if you are using an actual lemon, you will need to juice half a lemon. So cut it in half and juice that bit. So we're just going to like estimate and spray it in. So we've turned the heat up. Is that enough?
Yeah, probably.
So we've turned up the heat a bit now, and now yeah, we're going to mix it. So see you then. So for 2 to 3 minutes. Now Mum is stirring the stuff, and we are going to add in some cream cheese, and we're going to add in 150 grams of cream cheese. So we've got some spare. So it's 28. So that's all of that because we made this before. So we're just using the spare cream cheese that we had over, and now we're going to. Ooh, and we need to film this bit. Okay, so now I need to add that in. 66, 95. Oh, I hate it when this happens. 100. Oh wait, 150. We need 150. Oh, that was just the timer telling us that that's enough time. We don't need to stir it for anymore. But Mum's still going to stir it anyway. Hey, 150. Okay, guys, like exactly on 150. So now we're just going to do you want to see what it looks like? So let's see what it looks like. So that's what it's looking like right now. It doesn't really look like it would be tuna pasta bake, but it is going to be. So yeah. Okay, so now we're going to stir in the cream cheese. So this is when it starts to look more like tuna pasta. So it starts to look more like tuna pasta bake. Okay. Let's mix this in. It smells really nice. So we're going to stir this in. And then we'll be back to you when we're done. We need to drain the pasta, so we've already done that. So shall we add the pasta now? We'll just pour it in.
Yep, copy that spot.
So I'm going to add the pasta. It might take me a while. So yeah. Now we've got to add the tuna in. And then do we stir? Okay, so now we've got to stir it. There's a lot in here at the moment. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you after. What?
Mix it all up.
I am mixing it up. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll be back after. So we finished mixing that, and now Mum's going to grate some cheese. So 40 grams, so you've got to grate 40 grams. So I'll show you what that looks like, the pasta. So it's starting to look a bit more like tuna pasta bake now, so that's actually quite good. So now it says, stir together so everything is well coated. Place in a large oven-proof dish. So let's get our oven-proof dish out. And let's pour it all in. So can you please turn off the heat for me? Can you please turn it off the heat? So, the pan's going to be too heavy for me, so my mum's going to pour it in. So yeah, we'll be back with you when we've poured it in. So now we are going to flatten it out since this is all poured in. So yeah, mum's grating the cheese now because she's not pouring this in. So this actually looks really nice and tastes really nice. So I think that's flattened out. Do you think that's flattened out, Mum?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just going to wait for Mum to grate the cheese, and then we'll be back to you to see what to do next. Now we have the cheese, and do we just sprinkle it on top?
All over, yeah.
So sprinkling it all over on top. I'm going to try and make sure to get all the corners. Let me finish. I think we've got a bit more than 40 grams, don't you? But that doesn't matter. The cheesier, the better. Unless you don't like cheese, then the cheesier, the worst. There we go. So now, do we just need to put it in the oven? So now we've got to put it in the oven for 15 minutes. So that's not actually very long. So let's put it in the oven. Let me get my oven gloves on. And I need that open actually. And do we put it on the top one? So now we're going to put it in the oven for 15 minutes. And then we're just going to wait for that to finish and beep, and then we'll be back with you after. Bye. Okay, so that just beeped, so let's get my gloves on. Whoops. I shouldn't have put my gloves on. Okay, so now let's get out. 15 minutes. Okay. Oh, this looks nice. It sounds really hot. So, that's finished. It looks really cool. Not cool as in cold, it looks spoiling, but it looks really cool. So that's what it looks like. So yeah, that's kind of it. Then you can just serve it and it's finished. And one more thing just before the video ends. If you have made this recipe, comment down below if you liked it or not. So then it can give me like reviews on what I can do next. And if you also have any cooking ideas, comment them down below so then I can see what I can do. And yeah, bye!